Hi everybody, hope you had a good week. Um, I am going to be doing my announcements a little differently this week because I want to show you some resources available to you, and I also want to talk about the upcoming persuasive paper. So, let's get into it. First off, I have attached your feedback for your last writing assignment, and it is a video. And that's what I'm going to start doing on your major writing assignments, is attaching videos so you have a chance to watch and hear my voice and see the things I'm looking for. I think that's more effective than just me going through your paper and marking a bunch of stuff up. So look for that in the grade. As always, if you want to take that and rewrite it and resubmit it, I will let you do so for a higher score. Okay? Please let me know how that works out. This is my first time trying to give it in feedback form. I've just finally decided I feel like I have too many students who have a hard time finding the tracking changes, or they don't like to look at the comments as much, and it's easier for me to go through them one-on-one through a video. So please let me know how this works. I'm hoping to continue to do it in the future. This week, your persuasive essays are due. My plan tomorrow and on Tuesday is to give you feedback about your outlines that you submitted, so be looking for that. I'm going to try to get those to you so that you can look them over and use them to make changes as you get ready for your gathering this week. So again, that's my plan the next couple of days. Look at your outlines and give you some comments on things that I'm noticing. Just general feedback. Make sure you have clear separation between your introduction, your conclusion, and your middle paragraphs. On our last paper, sometimes people's conclusion ended up just being one of their evidence paragraphs, and they just ended things, and that doesn't work very well. Same thing with the conclusion. I want to be able to see very clearly, here's your introduction paragraph, here's your conclusion paragraph, and then you're going to have different number of paragraphs in the middle based on your evidence. Okay, now this paper I want to be an MLA style. So one of the things I want you guys to notice, I'm going to move this up a little bit. I am going to show you a little bit of things that I expect for this paper. So this, first off, is the OWL through Purdue. You can see it up here. Here's the website if you want to get to it. It's https://owl.english.purdue.edu. Probably the best resource on the internet for all things grammar and all things MLA. So the reason I did this is because I want to show you how a paper should look when it's set up MLA style. So as you can see here, first off, they have their name, then the professor's name, then the class name, and then the date. And that's how the date should be. The day just as a number, the month, and then the year. Okay? So that's how the heading should be, and as you should see, space, space, space. Up here in the header, which is that little part at the top, is where you should be putting your last name and then the page number. So I am expecting page numbers. Okay? As you'll notice here, the title, it's capitalized. However, it's just centered. That's it. It's not large. It's not big font. It's not bolded. That's how it is for MLA. Okay? You'll also notice that of is not capitalized. There are certain words you don't have to capitalize. All vowels, all pronouns, all adjectives are going to need to be capitalized, but articles like of, prepositions and articles, you do not need to. And then you'll notice you indent each one, and then it's double spaced as well. So formatting wise, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, this is how I'd like you to set it up. Now this week you are going to be integrating outside resources. However, I'm still not going to require you to do a lot of reference pages per se. I'm going to spend the next paper, one of your final papers, where I'm going to have you look at how to put things in and how to cite them correctly. For right now, my main focus is I just want to make sure we can get the formatting all set up correctly. So this right here is your example. And again, if you need help, go to owl.english.purdue and they will explain how to do it. Just to show you what I mean, over here on the side is everything about MLA, right? How to set things up, general format, but that's just MLA. If I go to the top, there's research and citation. There's general writing, there's specific subject writing. Like if I go to general writing, let's say I have a question about commas, I could come down here and there's mechanics and grammar and punctuation. If I click on punctuation, there's a whole bunch of things. If you see conquering the comma, I can click on that, and there's everything in here specifically about the comma. So I would highly encourage you to take advantage of this website. Another one I would really suggest that sometimes people forget about is even through BYU Idaho. There's the Writing Center. So if you look up here, you just go to BYU Idaho. If you go to Academics and you click on Tutoring, it'll send you here. And then if you click on Writing, this is the Writing Center. And if you go down here, what's neat is it even says Help for Online Pathway Students. You can click there and they will help you out. In addition, it says Video Tutorials and Handouts. If you click here, look at all this. They've got all types of handouts and visuals and presentations to talk about different things that we hope you use in your writing. So between the OWL and the Writing Center through BYU Idaho, there should be plenty of resources to help you to write effectively and efficiently and formatted correctly. Okay? As I start wrapping this up, again, I'll be kind of in the discussion boards again this week. And again, I'll pick a couple here and there. I won't do them all, but I'll be questioning you and asking for follow-up so I can really kind of stretch your minds critically. Okay? As you write your persuasive papers, remember, I'm looking for you to state a problem and then for you to explain your solution to the problem. And the whole center part of your paper is just giving me evidence and then bringing up counterclaims and trying to explain why those counterclaims are irrelevant or why they don't prove your point. Okay? But remember, it is supposed to be persuasive. And persuasive isn't just a big list of all the evidence in the world. It's also an explanation for why that evidence proves your point, right? Don't just drop it. That would be like a lawyer providing evidence but not actually explaining to the jury and to the judge why that evidence is proving the point. Okay? And that's the most important part. I mean, it's all important, but if you just bring evidence but don't explain how it proves your point, then it's not very effective. Okay? And then as a reminder, please make sure to please make sure to go into your last writing assignment and see the videos I've attached for you. In closing, as far as the spiritual thought goes, this week I've been thinking a lot about why the brethren, and not just the brethren, but the church in general, provides education, and specifically why we talk about critical thinking and why we talk about how to develop our testimony through not just the Spirit, but also through education. And I've thought about it, and I think it's because of what we believe about learning. We believe that we are here on earth to be tested, but we also believe we are here to learn, to study, to become critical thinkers. Sometimes we incorrectly get labeled as people who are just mindless drones. We go to church, we do what we're supposed to do, and some people say that we do not think critically about things because unfortunately we live in the world where if you're religious, then somehow there's something wrong with you, because how can you be religious with all of this stuff out there going on and with all of these scientific evidences that are popping up? And I just think it's really funny because in our church we believe the opposite. We believe that yes, the Holy Ghost is there to help us develop our testimony, and we also do believe that the Holy Ghost is the most important factor in solidifying our testimony. It's not going to be based on a giant list of facts and knowledge. It's the Holy Ghost. However, we also believe in thinking for ourselves, in questioning, in thinking deeply about things. And we believe that if we bring these questions to the Lord, that our answers will come. Maybe not right away. Sometimes maybe not even in this life, but that they will come. So I would just encourage you to think about why the brethren want to have an educated church population. why they believe it is so important for us to learn and to learn to think critically, and why they believe ultimately that this will not only help us become better citizens and better people, but also more faithful members. And I testify that this is important, and that this is an important skill to develop, this ability to think critically. And I believe it can be used to strengthen our testimonies and also to better defend the faith and explain our stance on different points of doctrine. Have a great week, everybody, and we will talk to you later.